going on, guys? I got a new tank here. We have this old diesel one we've been using, but we want to put a regular gasoline tank in. So I'm going to add a pump. It's right here. Got this at Northern Tool. 12 volt, 15 gallons per minute. Gasoline, diesel, kerosene, 12 volts. Comes with all that. And how I hooked up the other one, 12 volt also, was, it's been here about 4 years, 5 years, is we had this outlet right here. So inside this little NEMA box, I've got a 12 volt power supply in there. So yeah, real simple hookup. Get this thing hooked up for you and show you how we did it, in case any of you need to do anything like this. Real simple. That's a waterproof NEMA box with 12 volt power supply inside. All right, so I got the NEMA box open. Started opening this box. Yeah, this was sealed freaking tight. Just that rubber seal alone, I had to pry it off. But this is what we got, guys. So just a simple 12 volt power supply. We use these for LED lighting and some other things. They work really well. The way I got it mounted in here, real simple. It's just Velcroed on. So let me just peel our Velcro off here. Nice strong Velcro. Not going anywhere. And so I can just pull this back and wire in a new one, because it's got another set for a second device. I can't remember how many watts this was. It was quite a bit. Let's see, 360 watts. So this is, yeah, more than enough to run this pump. Let's see what we got in the box. Got some hose, pipe. Comes with wiring, that's good. Down two pipes, a little gas nozzle, cheesy Teflon tape. I got some good stuff we'll be using. Waterproof connector, screen, O-ring, screw, and some instructions. Our fitting, little flange fitting, the screws down in the top of the tank. Let's see what we got here. 12 volt DC, 20 amps, 180 watt. So yeah, our little power supply will work great. We're not going to be using both at the same time. Yeah, so let's get this thing mounted. Look at freaking roaches in this box. Holy crap. Northern Tool's got roaches. Alright. We'll get down tube pipe here. And I'm looking at my tank and I'm thinking, that's not going to be long enough. But then when I picked this up, seen this, thought it was just a coupling. And then all of a sudden I pull on it and it gets longer. So yeah, we've got plenty of pipe. I'm hoping it's got an O-ring in there, because once it gets below this seam here on our fuel, it's going to start sucking air. So surely they put an O-ring in that pipe. Yep, I see an O-ring in there. That was smart. Anyway, let's let's get our little threaded flange here screwed in. I got a little knockout right here. We just punch a hole in that and pull it out with some pliers. All right, let's get on it. Punch a hole in it with a screwdriver, real thin metal, and then just pry on it to get it out. There we go. Hello. Looking for my good Teflon. I'll Teflon this thread up real good. All these threads I'll Teflon up. I don't use this cheesy white stuff. I got some Teflon. Blue Monster we call it. Or that's actually what it's called, Blue Monster. So let me get that out somewhere inside my toolbox there. Thought some would be in this bag, but there's not. Just some white electrical tape. This is some of the best stuff I've ever used in my 25 years of plumbing. This stuff is great. Like you're threading it in. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. So we put it on there and spin it right. Like we're tightening it in. Just like so. And you only need about 2 wraps with this Blue Monster. So that easy. Real simple. Let's get out another fitting here. It feels like aluminum, real lightweight. And the same thing. Throw it on there, turn it to the right, like you're threading it in. So about 2 wraps and we're good. Okay, we got all our ends Tefloned up. These, and this. So we can go ahead and start putting some of this together. I love these channel locks. These things are Wheeler or something like that. Okay. But I love them. They grab really well. Grab as good as pipe wrenches. So that's all good. We got our extension Tefloned up. Get our flange screwed in. And an O-ring that'll go in here. Yep, it's just threaded in. Got a little O-ring on it. But we don't need that. We just need this 90 threaded in here. This is for our hose. And it's starting to get tight, so I'm going to stop right there. Bottom side of our flange, let's remove this plug on it too. This one does not get anything threaded into it. It just sits straight down on it. All right, so we got our extension pipe threaded onto our flange that goes down inside the tank. Let's drop that down in there, get it screwed in, and then we'll put the O-ring and the screen on this back side here. Once we get it on here and we got our screen on, now we can mount the pump on top. So this is the one that had the long extension tube that goes all the way inside the tank, so you can pull from almost the bottom of the tank. It's probably about 4 inches or so from being on the bottom. Pump mounted, it's all ready to go. on our hose, get our hose hooked up, and our wiring. For some of you, you can mount this pump to this flange before you drop it down in here and screw it in. These Allen head screws come in from the bottom, so if you don't have any short shank Allen wrenches, it's kind of a pain in the butt to tighten up. So I would suggest putting this on here first before you drop it down in the tank. That would probably be a good thing to do for most of you, to do that way first. Another thing I just discovered was, do not put your holder on yet. To get to the wiring, I had to pull this little plug out and notice that it is inside here. So I went ahead and started pulling screws. But yeah, that one I didn't have to do that with because it's on the back side. So you can see our wiring inside right there. All right, here's what we got inside there. We have this little connector, just a little screw connect, meshes down on your wire. Went ahead and put a wire in, stripped it back. We're gonna push those inside here, get them tightened down, and put this cover back on. We'll get it tied into that box right there, and we'll be done. After getting it wired together, I wanted to look at this get this O-ring back in there, and I look at this switch, and it's just a freaking toggle switch, which, shoot, if it ever goes bad, you can just get another toggle switch and pop it in. Pick that up anywhere. You don't have to go and try to order parts or find who manufactured these or anything. You just go down and buy you a new toggle switch. Here we go, guys. Real simple, easy job. All wired in, down, around, and up into our NEMA box. Got it tied in. There is 3 12-volt outs on this power supply, so we had plenty of outlets. Like I said, 360 watt 12-volt power supply with 180 on this pump, so more than enough. Let's get it plugged in, plug it back in here, and give it a quick turn on. We don't have any fuel in here, so I don't want to do this like for more than a few seconds, but yep, we've got power. There you are, guys. Quick, simple, easy idea to get you 12 volts if you got a recep nearby. These things are cheap on Amazon. I think they're like 30 bucks, 40 bucks, something like that. This one's been out here going on 5 years, so yeah, works great. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe. Catch you on the next one.